Ladies and gentlemen, shall we just explore some moronic, stupid, idiotic anarchy? Brad Edwards, are you still in kindergarten? He says, I think we will create a world whereby people are incentivized to pursue positive principles, making the need for laws obsolete. Okay, what is a law? A law is when you tell people that they must not interfere with other people under threat of violence. That will be obsolete. We will no longer need to threaten people not to harm other people. Now that must mean that people will stop harming other people, right? That must mean that. So his positive principles as opposed to negative principles, right? That is the level at which anarchists think. We want to be positive. And I said, Brad Edwards displays the unicorn fantasy utopianism that is anarchy. He replies, I didn't say it would be utopia. Oh, really? Laws are obsolete. He says, I didn't say it'd be utopia, just better. It'd just be better. With laws being obsolete because everybody's acting on positive principles. That's utopia, buddy. Then somebody named Nathan War Guy says, possibly incentivized by punishments and consequences? Though those would have to be enforced by some body of power. Oh, are you starting to realize you need a state? Morons. Brad Edwards comes back and says, punishment is a deterrent. Reward is an incentive. Now, I don't know what tone of voice he used, but I suspect it would be something like that. Punishment is a deterrent. Reward is an incentive. See, if you're trying to punish people, you're just trying to stop them from doing something. But if you reward them, then that will get them to do it. And that's positive. Junky thinking, dude. What does that matter? Then I say, what rewards are you going to give to criminals and thugs? Right? Let's not do punishment, because it's just a deterrent. Let's reward people. Okay, what rewards are you going to give to criminals and thugs? Now, of course, he's not concerned about that. He has done away with criminals and thugs by getting rid of the state. You think he's not that stupid? Stay tuned. Listen to this. He says, criminals and thugs don't get rewarded. In a world where goodness is more profitable than evil, will crime be reduced? Rhetorical question, I guess, huh? So you admit that it wouldn't be eliminated? Is that what you're saying? So laws would still be necessary? Without a state to commit crime, we will immediately have less. He doesn't say less of what. I suspect he means less crime. Grammatically, his sentence would indicate that. But actually, without a state, we would immediately have less freedom and less security and more crime. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Without a state to commit crime, we immediately have less crime. So, in a state of anarchy, immediately, unicorns, ponies, rainbows everywhere. See, these guys are in kindergarten. Kindergarten. So I ask him, does every state always and only commit crime? Is any state anywhere capable of doing any good? Now his ultimate answer is no, only the people in it can do good, and only by defying the state. So his answer is no. He says, the state is only good as the people in it defy its nature by doing good themselves. See, so the nature of the state is evil. Any action the state takes is evil. The nature of the state existing is evil. The state cannot act in a moral capacity for the anarchists. Okay? The state is only good as the people in it defy its nature by doing good themselves, restraining the state's ill-gotten power. Okay? The state cannot act legitimately. Only rogue individuals fighting the state inside of it can act individually, or can act justly. The state must rely on its stolen power from the individual to do what it does. Now, when the state makes physical force illegal, it empowers the individual. Okay? It doesn't steal power from the individual by making force illegal. It empowers the individual. This is how backward their thinking is. Otherwise, if it does not steal power, we must call it something else, like an organization or club. So, if it rises to the level of a government, then it is illegitimate by its nature. According to what he just said there. You can rewind and listen to it again if you like. So, then I ask him, how do you see the United States of America's destruction of Nazi Germany? Was the state wielding power for the cause of justice when we destroyed Nazi Germany? Or was the state acting illegitimately? Now what does he say to that? He says, yet, without statism, there would there have been a world war to fight? So he's saying, my question's illegitimate. Because if we were in his la-la pony land, we never would have had a war to begin with. Like I said, if the state does any good at all, this isn't the function of the state, but if the goodness of the people in it. So maybe we did something legitimate by attacking and destroying Nazi Germany, but it wasn't the state that did it, it was just the people in it. Well, what else is there in the state? What does the state consist of besides the people in it? So, you're making the concession that the people who run a state and use physical force could do good things with the state. Okay. Alright. Brad Edwards, you're just a mess, dude. Wrecked!